Yeah, this team, creative for a reason, shutting down Ospos and Zekin, the two GOATs and duelists coming from Americas.
Players are in the lobby. Casters are at the desk. It is time to begin game one in our best of three. Who's moving on to the semifinals? We find out with Achilles and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much, Puckett. Yes, here we go. The last quarterfinal of EWC. That single elimination still staring both of these teams in the face. Lose here, the run comes to an end. We will have an America's team moving forward, guaranteed, obviously. Which one will it be? That is up for them to decide as we get into the action.
Yeah, really interesting here that both teams making a little bit of adjustments as they go into this map. I thought maybe there was going to be a little bit more contact there, but Tex holding just a little bit further back, right in that fast lane, looking for a kill, gets one, can't find another. Timotino's got him down.
B.
Yeah, will just be a tiny little bit of damage there onto Asuna. Could heal that up, and ooh, footstep to be made. Ospos, however, on that swing, dealt with. Molly now, top of the rope, drifts across that one, looking for the timing here, spots out two players, curveball, turned from, but Verno still dead as Asuna. Oh, he said in the video that he had a good game last time he played MIBR, and he is off to the races already.
Well, he wasn't kidding. I mean, he was plus 13 on the Rays last time. Now he's on the Phoenix, and he's looking just as comfortable. This is really nice work. Heard those footsteps, gets him prepared, does a little peek over, uses the molly to heal himself, goes for the flash, isolates the players one by one. That is really well handled by Asuna. 100 Thieves here, looking to continue to shut MIBR out, as they did in their last series, 2-0, when they formally faced off. And it was the same two maps, but different looks here on Fracture.
Do you realize what you just did?
No. Look,
we're not
okay.
on camera.
Yeah, but Athena and Kukuka started it.
Yeah, you started it. You just did.
No, they started it.
Okay, they started it. You just did a 6-7, and now we have a tech pause.
That's their fault.
This is what happens
it's their
when
fault.
old men try to do young people things. The universe breaks.
Oh, I've got a few bangers in the chamber if you want.
No, I don't. I don't want them at all. I would like, unless they resume the game quickly.
Oh, yeah.
In which case, let's let help break loose. But should hopefully be a quick one here. Seems to be on the flagged on the 100 Thieves side, so ultimately shouldn't be too concerning. So hopefully just one of those things. Okay, unplug the mouse, put it back in, make sure that everything's good.
Yeah, man. The old IT special. Have you tried unplugging it and replugging it?
It's got to get the power cycle going.
Yep. The easiest tricks in the book. But, I mean, looking to today, I think this is really interesting, and I personally like the changes that 100 Thieves made more coming into today than I do the changes that MIBR made. And, you know, having Ospos on Jet is always a threat, no matter what you're doing, so I totally get it. And from that angle, of course, like, he's always like want to just take over a game. It can definitely happen. But I think from like a bigger picture, if I saw these two teams and I didn't know who was playing what agents, I would like 100 Thieves' comp more here on Fracture because of the Neon and the Harbor. I find to be really interesting and could be one of those kind of pocket picks that throws you off as an opponent that you didn't really prep for, that you don't have a lot of experience against, a lot of scrim time against. So it could be one of those things where you're not used to. Where can you position yourself outside of those high tides to A, be safe, and B, you know, have quick reclears, quick, you know, ability to retake, things like that are going to be really important. And, you know, are you going to understand the timings of what your opponents are doing behind those high tides and that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm a bit worried here for MIBR.
There's a lot to try to assess on the fly. But, I mean, I look at it, I'm like, yeah, this screams Doom Bros.
For sure.
Time all the way back. Back over in EMEA. Kukuka's still trying to claim him and claim the team.
They're still trying to claim NBS, too. Tom was doing that earlier backstage.
They're getting desperate at this point.
They really are.
The teams are starting to run thin from EMEA here at the tournament.
They keep thinking
forward into the playoffs and only one remaining.
Exactly. They keep thinking because they do well in the group stages that, you know, yeah. Surely our region is back.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. Another bald guy?
Yeah. Looks a bit like you.
Yeah, he does a bit. That's me and...
He looks like he's more well off. In better health.
I would hope so.
That should just be a couple minutes before we get back into the action.
Do you think he'll sell Sentinels to me? The best I can do is 350.
350.
Yeah.
Well, no, 350.
350.
You gotta do it right. But no, I don't think so. He seems somewhat passionate about the organization.
He kind of is.
So I think he's gonna be holding on to that one, but maybe down the line, if Rob decides to retire, he'll pass it over.
Yeah.
Sen must be owned by a bold
That's
man.
correct, yes. I will accept that. My first order of duty, fire Ewok.
Oh, there you go.
He's got to get back on the Pacific broadcast.
There, perfect.
Yep.
Well, players taking a little bit of a rest here, but the seats getting back into the upright position as we get the ready checks through. So we should be underway here in just a brief little moment. But I mean, the desk was kind of talking about it a little bit. The entries here from the players, a bit more on the MIBR side. And I think that is somewhat to be expected. 100 Thieves, their first time on a stage here in Paris, whereas I heard this team right here, just at Champs, not too long ago. And of course, when you have Aspas on your squad, you're going to have some fans worldwide.
For sure. I mean, when it comes to experience internationally and representation internationally, MIBR is definitely going to have the advantage there. No doubt about it. But, I mean, you've got plenty of veteran players on 100 Thieves as well. Asuna, Cryo, Bang have been around for quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
So, they're kind of been there, done that too. And, the younger players, Vora and Timatino, they're fired up.
That 3 you named, they were back over at Champs Istanbul as well. Not all clustered together, but between 100 Thieves and XSET, they have that experience. So looks like it's going to be a 4-player push out towards this north side. Camera is still situated as Cryo is going to be lingering in towards A. And as he doesn't see any opposition, he might end up calling 100 Thieves back into that site.
Yeah, I think
Quick Crunch is going to be potentially here for, either way they kind of split it, but it seems like MIBR starting to think that this is going to be leaning on that B side, but now getting the bad news is there's no scale forward to B. Cryo, though, intercepting, looking to try to find this kill. The counter swing's going to be coming in, though, and Mazzino will be able to take him down. It's still a good amount of damage dealt, but Mazzino has the heal. His Tex is resting quite literally at 1 HP. Plan to come in. Mazzino, one taking point, is rushing forward. Tex will fall. Verno going to be gone as Timatino collects 2 of that Marshall. Look for a little bit more as stun goes through. Aspas and Zekin going to be cleaned up. And it's damn near flawless. 100 Thieves start things off 2-0.
Yeah, but you really have to like the ideas here from the 100 Thieves in terms of, gathering info, using that well, using it to make those safer rotations, funneling the orbs, passing the spike over to the Phoenix, using that to get the run it back online for this bonus. So this is going to be a very potent bonus that MIBR.LOS is going to have to face. They're not going to have any ults in cycle, most likely. Something really strange happens with Mazzino. But with Asuna already having to run it back in play and the Phantom to back it up, this is a very scary round. Did get a confirm there for Mazzino. Aspas and Zekin have to deal with this, and they do.
Quick dispatch on that, now the spot out Mazzino. Will spray, and Brady gets rewarded with a second. Asuna dead as well. Meanwhile, that north side approach coming through. They're going to try to split their way through this spawn, but Verno looks to try to hold the line. Sit on that stun. Cryo able to find that kill eventually, but Mazzino now just trying to push forward, lead them to these eliminations, and Mazzino goes absolutely nuclear in the round. A 4K for him on the sky. So they will deny a bonus conversion.
Yeah, that's huge. Honestly, being able to prevent that bonus is a big deal for MIBR.LOS because this is, again, so much that they're bringing into this round is so scary, but Mazzino reads the play nicely, just expects that there's going to be extra layers behind that run it back.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
And just wants to spam through and does a world of damage in there. That's got Fraud applauding. Very happy with what he's seeing there. And I didn't do anything this time.
No.
Can't blame me.
I didn't see your hands.
That's right.
I didn't see what you were doing. Just making sure. But, all
touching.
Right. Well, hopefully, another decently fast one. Go ahead and clean up and get back into this. Yeah, that's the face that I make every time we have a tech pause.
Yep.
Good to see the the cross-faction support here. Still showing up to cheer for some of the other America's teams.
Who are they rooting for today? You think MIBR? The Sen fans? The old Zekken?
Some MIBR, yep, support there. As it seems like it might just be a cable swap. And right back into it. And I mean, if it's Mazzino, I don't know, which peripheral it might be, but it seemed like everything was working fine.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If there was an issue and he still managed to get that 4K, I mean, maybe you just keep playing like that.
Right? I'd be like, well, even though maybe the frame rate's a little off or something, it's working.
It's like God dead playing with a tissue in his nose. It's just one of those superstitions. It's like, no, just leave it.
If it works, it works. That's all that matters. Sometimes the unorthodox methods are the best for the players. Like this guy, just think he started the meta of not paying attention to the monitor, when there was timeouts. He just immediately leaned back, and now everybody's doing it.
That is true. Trendsetter.
Cool kids, yeah.
He locked in for that one.
Yeah.
Caught a little off guard.
He's ready.
Back into it. Not sure what Zekken's saying. Seems like he has a disagreement about something, so maybe a reflag. Quick little double check. So I think we're just trying to make sure that everything is going to be squared away. Trying to get things going. Okay. Seeing some thumbs up.
Yay.
Usually a positive sign. So should be able to get back into the action here in just a brief moment. Thank you guys for bearing with us. Hopefully we don't have any others to really go through. Otherwise, we're going to start pulling from the well, chatting about TV shows and all that other stuff.
You could, but yeah, you don't want to hear that.
Yeah, we don't want podcast time. We want gameplay time. So it looks like we are back into it. Seeker's going to be online now for Mazzino. We're still waiting to see Zekken and Ospas get a piece of the pie here. Killless at the moment for the duelist. And Ospas, well, he will be able to find one, but 100 Thieves find so much more. 3 kills in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, this is just an aggressive push out early. So 100 Thieves
there,
kind of rewinding a few rounds ago to the way MIBR.LOS played the eco, knowing that they were pushed up north pretty early, or at least suspect it. And this time they overstack that angle to make sure that they deal with that attempt to kind of gain that upper edge as the defenders on Fracture. You want to push space on the map, and
dropping spike.
100 Thieves get the right read and deny that instantly. That's huge. Now they're just going to take their time, slow and steady, have the trip behind you to make sure that Tex does try to get a backstab going. It should be accounted for, assuming it's placed correctly.
Verno now having to basically try to play around with Tex's util. So far has not been triggered. Oh, the smoke to fall on for it. More than ready for it. It finds that kill, and for Tex, is not much more you can really be asked to do. Potentially stay on this north side position, try to find an exit, but going for the round win, certainly not to be. So we'll just have to backpedal away, and 100 Thieves will maintain a lead.
Yeah, and he knows they have a pretty good idea of where he's at because he had to clear the trip up there on the way through. So it's one of those rounds that just comes down to, are you going to be able to win that big fight early? You can have that little bit of an extra advantage, and they certainly did. 100 Thieves even get a bit of a peek on how some of those trips were set up on B, so it gives them a little bit of extra info there potentially for future rounds as well. Yeah, 100 Thieves right back at it, only losing 1 player. That's going to be Timotino with his ult, already 7 kills for the Neon. I can't stress enough how much I like the Neon on this map, how it makes it really challenging for opponents in certain areas of the map, because there's actually quite a bit of open space on parts of Fracture, and that's, I think, where Neon really excels. Yeah, but so far, just some decent reads from the side of 100 Thieves. And I was talking to NBS earlier today at lunch, and I was just like, so what's the game plan today? What's it going to look like? He's like, we got some new stuff cooked. I was like, all right.
Well, so far so good, and that's going to force a timeout from the MIBR camp. Trying to get things squared away. Get pushed back in the right direction. Economy-wise, it's going to be very rough around the edges. Haven't been able to build up anything, so going into this one pretty damn light, I do believe. So we'll see what info Fraud's going to be able to give them. Because, I mean, to go back over it, this is their map pick.
It is. I mean, I think from what you've seen from 100 Thieves, the response here might be something like, let's shore up a main control and kind of play a little bit more keep away around Arcade and Dish. Like, you know, it's okay to have one player up there maybe, but have them be willing to fall back pretty quickly and then play for faster retail, you know, like counter moves when 100 Thieves is going for their executes. I think that's something that works really well when a team starts to really over-aggress on that northern side, but it will be a different look immediately for 100 Thieves.
Smokes down.
Outlaw there for Timotino. That's the ult to back it up. Everybody but Tech's going to be one tap to that sniper rifle, so.
There's been some thrifties in the water today.
Has been.
So, I mean, we saw what kind of rebound that created for Nongshim, that second map. Perhaps MIBR.LOS will be able to have something similar if they could get this one over the line before the moment. They're fully gambled onto the B site. And all of 100 Thieves not even looking to try to explore that angle. They just want to death ball this one. Just taking their time with it. Now, starting to up the pace.
Careful now.
Being diligent, clearing out all angles. Util going to be invested here just to get the scale forward. Clear out the site. Didn't make it to upper, so they don't necessarily know that that's clear unless Tipitino's position, but either way.
Spike planted.
5 players now to attempt to retake Cryo. He is on an island comparatively, and the full flash is going to be connected with a happen. Checked him until the very last moment. Alphas will be able to find that one. A couple kills going to be found in reply. Sverno does manage to collect his Vandal, but push forward through the smoke. He puts it to use, finds that kill, but gets nearsighted by Bang. Swings the corner and takes him down. It's decent damage dealt. It's a solid attempt at the Thrifty. They're still unable to find the round win.
Yeah, for sure. And again, 100 Thieves is able to kind of suss out these eco rounds pretty well. Able to avoid much in the way of serious damage. And the other thing, okay, so we'll see if MIBR.LOS kind of dives into sort of a more southern strategy, but kind of curious if maybe it's just more of a default. Yeah, this looks a bit more like what I'd like to see, and the reason being that it's a lot easier to defend against A-site hits if you have A main control, and then arcade pushes can be really tricky unless they're really able to establish good control here like Timotino's doing.
Oh, hello. Not sure where you're going, Mazzino. Sprinting out, no idea where that Neon had gotten to. Meanwhile, drop down right in his face, and Hotspot greets him. Hop shot to the skull, Asana now dead. Trying to find a little bit more, but that's a run it back out of the equation now. Actually gonna make this a little bit easier as the orbital strike will stop him from getting the planting in play as well. Good time buying the rotation now coming in for Texas. Timotino riding up the rope, gets himself situated on the rafter.
Planted.
Looks like all of MIBR looking to try to push out a spawn side. Tech splitting away. It's gonna be tough to try to hold this line though. A little bit of damage going to be suffered around the back there from Bang, but overall is able to avoid it, and Tex's gun barrel should have been spotted, and yep, he's going to be able to have the one dead. Swing in the corner, second now eliminated as well. Cryo holding things down. Given that you have this operator, you now need to try to save it. But they are just on top of him. Left, right, and center, 100 Thieves. Fanning out, playing around each other gorgeously. Continue to find another massive round win as the operator gets ripped out of the hands of Aspas.
Yeah, it's a really nice idea. Using the Neon ult to create a bunch of space and a bunch of pressure that MIBR.LOS has to react to, and then a quick pivot over to the A site, which they had abandoned. So A main became open for you to just slow push through, and I think you're seeing a lot of the good ideas with the Cove.
I mean, that's never the reaction you want to see if you're on the other side of the stage.
That's that, oh, I knew what you were doing before you did it.
Not only that, but you're not even really giving him a sweat.
Well, they're toying with him. The game plan here is really, really good from 100 Thieves.
And now you've got Cryo inserted from that arcade side, intercepts Verno. Sees the connect, pulling Tex over to the side, out into the open, Decayed down. Asana collects the kill. And Cryo not quite going to be able to win this one out, so weapon can be collected. But he's not going to get the chance to use it, not in this round at the very least. Then again, oh, just swing back around, okay. I thought he was just going to hightail it out, save this one. Does manage to find a kill, but will not be able to retain it after all. As Timotino strikes him down, that's 6 already collected for 100 Thieves, and now that pressure is building up if you're MIBR.LOS to have to invest that second time out.
Yeah, it is. one of those situations where on a map that can be difficult on the defender's side, you really want to try to eke out every advantage possible here in this first half. So might be not too long before Fraud has to get involved again. But I mean, okay, again, you're on an eco, so 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves has a great read. They know exactly what MIBR.LOS wants to do before they do it. Here again, Ospas going to try to maintain that A main control. Will, at least with a little bit of a puff of the chest, thwart that initial attempt. But again, 100 Thieves, contact, rotate. If you don't like the look you get on the first one, go to plan B. Once again, Cryo, situated in an arcade, but he's not being aggressive with it, waiting for this Nightfall to clear some space for him, and he's looking for any stragglers on the outside of sight.
We'll plow forward, pinned to the corner. Verno able to hold his own, keeps himself alive, eats a little bit of damage. Heals are there. Zeno, big top back up. Has the Seekers, but it's going to be the spray and pray, actually. He's having a solid idea of where Vora would be. He's able to find that kill, and bang, going to be distracted by the tripwire. Ends up getting struck down. Now suddenly, it is just Cryo. Well, maybe I don't go up the rope. Just get sucked in behind this box. But they're dialed in, ready to multi-man swing, and it's a big round from Tex at 4K to get MIBR a second round win on the board.
Well, I think here as 100 Thieves, you're probably a little bit frustrated with that round that, you know, maybe you got a little bit too close to the vest. Oh my God. It was all just through the high tide. I mean, just understanding where players might be on that site, just spamming through. So you're going to have to be a little bit more disciplined here with your positioning as 100 Thieves behind that high tide. It seems so safe with how much it covers, but the way that players have gotten so good at spamming through smokes, not the safety that you'd like. Ospas this time through the door.
This is all to play him in. That boom bot. Oh, tailwind forward does get the connection. Timotino going to be tagged down to 45. So still value going to be found as well as deep control here at A main.
Got to grab that spike and shift it on over.
And barring you getting pinched from north side, you have to feel very comfortable at the moment. As MIBR.LOS, the spike is going to be heading more towards B.
For sure. And I wonder if 100 Thieves is going to have that comfort to try to take the zip, but I mean, it's being cleared by Cryo here. He did check it, but instead they're just going to try for the crunch again. That same 4-1 split. It's just the thing is you can lean so heavily towards this B side. Ospas's position is so deep.
3 players. As there's the spam, and Zekin will get himself on the board. Showstopper now going to be online.
Tripwire destroyed.
Closing out from here is 100 Thieves. Starting to look less and less likely. Reckoning, however, is going to be invested. No players at Canteen. Swinging that corner, though, and not being able to get the blind on those players. They're still able to trade that back. Just how Stopper up and over the top, and Vora! Oh, he sniped him out of the sky!
Launching smoke.
It felt like Zekin was staring at Asuna for an age, but he still never managed to get the rocket out.
Oh.
Verna, however, trying to spare their blushes, the quick peek, the shot. Now Aspas to clutch it out. Swap of the weapon, knows exactly where Cryo is. The defuse being held, but the swing is there, and Aspas fast on the draw, but Cryo is just so favored in that position. Denies him the heroics, denies him that clutch. The struggle will continue.
Man, this is tough, dude. Like, as MIBR, you play this really nicely. The macro is really, really good. The setup there to get that extra little bit of space for Ospas to take some map control for you. And then you're trading well. You get the opening kill through the smokes again. And even though, okay, you lose one to the Reckoning, you have that showstopper, but you can't pull the trigger fast enough before Vora takes you out of the equation. Money's getting dire here for MIBR.LOS. Only a stinger for Zekin. Just uses showstopper.
Early damage again, though, on Timotino. He's got 2 HP this time.
He doesn't. He's a Neon, bro. 2 HP is 100 HP.
When there's a lot of Phantoms and a Stinger on the other side.
That's true. It is actually very scary.
Stiff breeze would be enough to just finish him off.
A tripwire even.
Yeah, very true. Could end up being the case. He's going to still put his life on the line, trying to play that entry. Asuna making some noise over here. Gets that smoke out. Grabs the orb. One charge away from another run it back. Meanwhile, Timotino making that noise. Vaughn having to be cleared. So far, Texas' position not going to be scouted. Watching over towards main. Swing out, now they know about it. It's going to be Messina from behind, able to strike him down, but look at the kills immediately in reply. 100 Thieves able to find two, the blind connecting, and Vora profiting, finds himself a 3K. Asuna just bounding around the corner, looking for that spot out. Didn't manage to see him, but should be decently suspicious that they're going to be tucked.
Well, it gives you so much time to position yourselves in these annoying crossfires. High-low between the left and the right. One in main, one in drop. I think it's got to be a save.
It absolutely has to be.
Smoke's down.
You've got no further economy behind this, that operator. Scrounging together to be able to collect another one into this round. So will be retained. 100 Thieves not going to go hot on their heels, trying to take the weapons away. They're more than satisfied with the round win, with the lead that they have established, 8-2. This is just, I mean, very similar to what we were seeing from Nongshim on that breeze. It's just dominance.
Yep, and it's likely to continue because 100 Thieves is into an alt cycle and MIBR.LOS is not. Like, you're one away from the Nightfall, you're like two away from an overdrive here, you already have a neural theft, whereas I think the closest any MIBR player is like 2 or 3 away from their next alt, so I think you need to take a thought about this as MIBR, and they will. Absolutely the right call, because I don't know, I mean, what's got to be frustrating again right now is I've seen a couple rounds where some of the macro ideas are pretty good for MIBR.LOS and they're still losing. I mean, that's when you know you're in real trouble, is when you outcall your opponent and you still are losing rounds. I mean, it's not all the time. I'd say 100 Thieves still has an advantage, but it is fracture, and I expect the attackers to have that advantage.
Yeah, I mean, that is another consideration. Obviously, attacker side of this map, a lot of times we're going to be seeing the teams finding their, you know, the highest round counts there, but 4 on the defender side still feels really rough. You have to have one hell of an attacker's side, but the shots just haven't really been connecting.
Yeah. Other than when they spam through smokes.
Yeah. So unless they're going to really be able to get warmed up, I'm right there with you. Feeling like this might just be curtains for fracture.
And Breeze is a map that 100 Thieves is very good at. They've already won on it here in EWC. They beat MIBR.LOS on it back in Americas, so does not get any easier the rest of the way. So these are very crucial rounds. Like borderline must wins, and you're on an eco with Aspas on an operator. Ooh, he's ready for that.
They're ready for it this time. Timotino avoiding taking that early damage. They're the Prowler as well. They know that it's multi-man presence today.
There.
But again, look at the calling. Rotating Aspas over, trying to get that operator in a position before they can get clustered for this attack onto B. So again, MIBR.LOS do have the right read. They're rotating around the map properly. Just a matter of can they do anything about it. Inverno says, yes, we can. Fang going to be taken down in second, able to find another. That Bucky picking out Timotino.
Going up.
Peek forward from Asuna. Look at the heels going through as Zekin desperately trying to tag these players at Canteen. Asuna scaled forward. Back of Jen. He's able to clean up 2 eliminations there. And now they're just parting ways. Split through the defender's spawn. 100 Thieves get themselves over to an open A site.
Tech should be able to scoop up a gun. There he goes. Okay.
Spike
Still
planted.
a chance here. No targets for that neural theft though, but Vora, excuse me, sitting on that Nightfall.
Second has jumped the trip.
Oh.
He managed to leap over it, I think, with a satchel. But swing timing from Cryo is absolutely gorgeous. And now Zekin is all alone. Opens the door for the check, trying to see if he can catch him there in the back, but he's already repositioned, and now he's got no clue, no real idea. Cryo on the jump peak. He's making a distraction for Vora to kill him from on high. A 9th round win for 100 Thieves. And we might just have another 10-2 scoreline at the half.
That guy's got to like what he's seeing. An Asuna fan, and he is having a great map. All of 100 Thieves is. So this is another round, and now I'm starting to piece together like the backup plans for 100 Thieves. Like, well, if we can't get on B site, pressure Canteen and see what we can make happen out of it. We've seen it a couple rounds where they've been able to utilize that space effectively because MIBR.LOS isn't really putting counter pressure there consistently, and they've been able to scale up in towards the defender spawn. I was going to talk a little bit about some conditioning, but ooh, Timatino.
Considering going for the swing, but let's think better of it.
Ambitious.
Takes a more measured approach. Does open up for the orb to get taken, so Verno now, orbital strike back online. Camera spotting out a double player exploration on the north side.
Tripwire destroyed.
Not going to be waited out. Cage pop, no noise being heard, but Timatino on that peak. Able to find Zekin. Verno not quite able to find the punish. The overdrive is going to be called in. Sprints the corner, finds the headshots. Cryo gets rid of Mazzino. And now the Neural Theft to reveal the final two players. It's the last round of the half. They have to try to play this out. But it's a 2v5.
Spike planted.
To simply get up to 3, and Bang is already in the back lines. Looking for a monstrous flank. Tex has already swung the corner, so he will go for the strike. Can't get a break of that line of sight, but Tex is just going to be overwhelmed very quickly as Cryo comes away with a final kill. 10-2, 100 Thieves. Liking what Gnomeship was putting up, they do very much the same.
No, this is very good stuff from them, top to bottom. Outplayed in a lot of regards. A few moments from MIBR.LOS, but not much.
Now, few and far between. This would have to be a monstrous comeback. Obviously has to start from the pistol, but otherwise it might be time to just let this fracture go and focus up for your opponent's map pick. Could just end up being one of those circumstances where you've really overcompensated for your enemy's map selection based on what you expect to be in the draft. But for MIBR's sake, you have to hope that that's the case and that they're going to have a very strong breeze.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's still a lot to work on here for MIBR.LOS, a lot of confidence that 100 Thieves has, but we're going to send it down to the stage. Lou has a very special guest with MIBR's performance coach.
Thank you, boys. Et en effet, c'est un petit peu compliqué pour MIBR sur cette carte de Fracture. It's been tough for the boys here on Fracture, but I'm now joined by Fernando, the MIBR manager, and I wanted to ask you, because we are all wondering, is it about babysitting? Is it about being a dad, being a friend, especially in tough times? How do you help the boys? What does your job consist in those tough times, for instance?
Yeah, it's definitely not about babysitting or spoiling. I'm actually against it. We like to give them autonomy, you know, they to be responsible, growing. And I think this team is pretty good. It's pretty resilient. They are really professionals. So I feel like, yeah, despite this score, we're going to be fighting together, we're supporting each other, and we're going to go back either in this map or the others.
Doesn't matter indeed. Donc première question, dans ces moments un peu compliqués, toi en tant que manager, comment tu arrives à les aider? Moi je suis pas du tout pour le babysitting, pour gâter un peu mes joueurs. Au contraire, c'est des joueurs qui sont très responsables, très professionnels. Donc que ce soit sur cette map là ou la prochaine, dans tous les cas, ça ira. And I wanted to get to know a little bit more your players, you know, because you have all the insights, right? Who's like the high maintenance in the team? Who's maybe, you know, the clown? Who wakes up the latest? What do you have to share with us?
All right, definitely the high maintenance is Verno, for sure. Like, he really likes the things his way, and it's really funny, and we learn to like him a lot, and it's funny. And I feel like I think the funniest are probably Zekin and Tex. They are so chill about it. And yeah, Mazzino and Aspas are so focused. So yeah, they're professional.
Professionals indeed. Zekin and Tex, the clowns, I wouldn't have expected that. Thank you so much for joining me. Obrigada. Fernando, let's see if the MIBR boys can come back on this fracture.
Let's see indeed. An arduous task ahead of them has been done. Not just in the past, but at this very tournament. But well, right now it just feels like MIBR.LOS completely out of sorts. Not hitting the usual stride that we see from the players that we expect. Seeing Zekin and Aspas down the bottom of the board. It's uncharacteristic.
For sure. And again, players who have won global trophies before. Hoping to see them bounce back a little bit. Timatino, a little bit of damage, but nothing too concerning there. As the rest of MIBR.LOS gathering on the north side. If you eliminate Mazzino here,
you might be able to find a good timing, but look at that rope take coming through. So they're going to try to bail him out, but no, Timotino not going to overstep, doesn't check for anything further. Well, I say that, and then he's going to go sliding into the open, and he's still able to find another kill. Even tags Verno. What a play from him. 16-7-1. Asuna now going to be making some noise, but he's got backup. Jump to the corner, Tex. Going to backpedal away, join in with the rest of the team down onto the site. Playing forward. Wanted to find a time to push up into the smoke, but Cryo more than prepared. Finds the kill. Verno and Ospas now have to try to hold the line. He's burning to death. Turn to the flash, but turn back. Verno going to be able to find a second, but nothing more. 100 Thieves already sticking to the fuse. We'll move up 11-2. Now, it's going to have to come down to a force buy from MIBR.
This is a great draw up of your pistol round by 100 Thieves because a couple things going on here. Obviously, Timotino winning the fights the way he did, very, very impactful. Gives you that man advantage. But more than that, allowing that Neon to be there, it has kind of an escape valve built into it, right? As the Neon, you can just run away, easy money. And the other thing is you have a lot of util on that 4-player stack. Like as soon as I see this retake coming, I'm looking over there. You got a Seize, you got a Flash, you got a Kurt, you got a Molly. You've got all the Harbor util still left in the back. That's so much to clear the site. You're probably gonna have the Haunt and Cycle. So like, that's a really cool pistol with this comp you're running. It makes it so difficult as the attackers to really break through.
Well, there's that force buy. The first player on MIBR will fall. Tailwind up into the tower. Cryo again, pole position to find that shutdown.
Supply destroyed.
It goes out, curveball on the corner. Verno waits it out, but it's gonna be banging. Cryo still finding these eliminations.
Last player
These things just
standing.
go from bad to worse. 100 Thieves have full reign onto this map. MIBR absolutely smothered, overwhelmed at every twist and turn.
Yep. And it's right now a skill difference in particular, but some good reads too. Just 100 Thieves look much more locked into the server right now.
I mean, take Ospas and Zegan's kills. Add it to Mazzino's. That's how much Timotino's got.
Yeah, that's how many Bang has on the other side. He's their weakest player on 100 Thieves.
Yeah. This has just been a masterclass to watch. As Ospas, caught by that Seize, dragged into the open, still going to be able to find one before, just sprays and prays, cleans up both of the duelists, and again, how are you meant to entry when they just keep on dying? Cannot stay alive. Bang, mows him down. GG on the map, go next.
It just incredible preparation and individual performances here from 100 Thieves. NBS and Dune Bros have this team clicking here in Paris, and they are well situated to keep on keeping on, potentially be facing Nongshim up next.
Anti-roll.
From America to Korea, now here in France, we hand it over to our casters, the wonderful Seth and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much. I like that one for my first name, but Paper Thin, still just Paper Thin. We don't know what his name is. We don't care.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, what does matter is MIBR.LOS. They are up against the ropes, and they need to win this out because 100 Thieves looking dominant on Fracture, MIBR's map pick. It was a 13-2. Now we go over to Breeze to see if MIBR can hang on, to see if they can take this all the way to a third and final map, or if this is just going to be them getting overwhelmed and annihilated with an exit from EWC.
Yeah, and you have very, very concerning signs for MIBR.LOS there. A decent flash to at least force Cryo off the angle, and he just really can't take this fight. He's on his own, so has to play a bit for retake. So once again, 100 Thieves, we saw in Fracture, ladies retakes very, very nicely. Going to be coming in with a lot of their util. Still one hot hands for Zekin, but flash is available. There is the relay bolt.
Possible to find one. Stun's going to be connecting though, and Timotino's able to run him down. 1-to-1 trade, but quite a bit of damage suffered on the side of 100 Thieves. Hard on the cove. Not a delay here, the wall to fall, and so too shall Timotino as Mazzino's able to find Asuna as well. Swing in the corner, fadeaway shot. Will be able to clean it up. Okay, MIBR.LOS get themselves a pistol round win.
Yeah, just able to hold the line there, kind of stack a couple different angles around those pyramids, and I would have liked to have seen maybe a flash through some of those smokes from the side of 100 Thieves, but just not really able to. Able to spam down the Cove shield very quickly.
One enemy
And
remaining.
Zeno, again, a hot round. That's exactly what the doctor ordered there. MIBR.LOS, no buy-up to speak of for 100 Thieves, and pretty decent investment. A couple pistols, though. We do have that Ghost and that Sheriff. Otherwise, the Bulldog and the Vandal, so looking to maybe a pretty powerful bonus potentially, too.
Backpedal, clean shot from Tex, finds himself a second before he gets overwhelmed. Sheriff in the hand now for Timatino, but very crisp shots there from the Cypher. Just about halfway towards having that neural depth online. It's a quick little reassessment of the plant spot.
Spike planted.
That left side pillar smoke now cycled forward, blocking off main, so even a peek at the window, not going to be able to find much of anything.
Yeah, 100 Thieves looking more like they just want to play for some exit frags here. Not necessarily try to contest this, unless MIBR.LOS really oversteps early. So far, though, playing it mostly close to the vest. Mazzino, with just that Ghost, wants to figure out, is anybody still lurking around? He doesn't mind dying here. Get into that reckoning as well, so gonna keep pushing that space. It's just on the response from 100 Thieves.
The swing is there from Timatino. They'll end up falling. Double face about to be there through the window. Cryo will fall, and yep, Mora's got to very much do the same. Given no option, no chance to try to work their way into that spike eruption, they do just fall, and it's a very clean 2-0 start off the anti-eco.
Well, now NBS not looking as happy. A little bit of a kind of rough start. Hoping to maybe do a little bit more damage in that eco, but not going to be found. And let's see, looks like a fast B hit here from MIBR.LOS, and it's going to be just on to Cryo. All alone there on that B site. So it's going to have to be like fast rotates from the side of 100 Thieves. Slowed it down a little bit, though.
Mora, the first one to arrive on the scene. We'll spray over to the side, nothing going to be found there. Drone will be sent out, try to scout, but it's going to be Cryo playing in front of that. He ends up getting caught. Tex now, again, finding value. It's a shutdown from Timatino, and this is looking good for the bonus conversion. 5 players strong. Asuna needing to try to breach his position, but he's just slow swinging in. They will get the reckoning out of him. They will get a kill, stop it from being a flawless, but that's about it for 100 Thieves. 3-0 start. And MIBR.LOS already looking significantly more comfortable.
Yeah, and I will say, for MIBR.LOS, they came out onto the stage and they were fired up. Like, they were trying to get the crowd behind them. Tex and Zekin came out here, swinging their arms, yelling at the crowd, trying to get them behind them. This is exactly what they need to do. And they have converted a bonus on their attacker's side. And so for 100 Thieves, after being so dominant on Fracture, and then coming into your map, Pick a Breeze, which has been good for you. You've beaten this MIBR team before in not super distant memory. And already, Aspas did take some damage, though. Okay, Mazzino takes Asuna out of the equation.
Just watching for that push. Phoenix down, 0-4-0 start here. Significantly quieter for Asuna thus far. And with all that pressure, that kill on that side of the map, 100 Thieves have completely evacuated B. Cryo not even going to be watching for that mid-cross. Almost certainly would have died, but at least gotten some information. So instead, they're just going to have to rotate over once the spike does get planted or once they walk into one of these trips. Starting to get that read now.
Shocks aren't going to get either trip, though.
Not get anybody in position to actually punish. The answer is going to be no. But more of a default plant here for Mazzino. Big reveal on the one, but damage is not going to be found quite just yet. Second, once they dialed in, trying to find these players over at Arches. We'll be able to find the one. The spray now, and they all just swing together. And in the end, it is a flawless MIBR.LOS not dropping the ball.
No, and this is, again, simple stuff. Throw a little bit of a fake, throw up your high tide over on the A side, and then a quick pivot over to the B side. And he just, yeah, okay. I mean, crazy. Would not have expected another just complete blowout on another map. Let's see if 100 Thieves can figure things out a little bit. The concerning part is already into an ult cycle. Zekin has that run it back. Zeno getting close to another reckoning. Asuna went away, so some key pieces available for both squads, but just a matter of getting there. Is another different look from MIBR.LOS, this time pushing in through that elbow. Haven't really explored that. Now Vora is aware and keeping his eye onto it, but this B site relatively weakly defended. So see how much they want to contest.
And no Cypher setup here. Can't get the full forces rotating quite just yet in case there's that late lurk. Cryo giving it a cursory glance, but now has to start trying to make his way over. Ospas, however, putting himself in a dangerous position with the drone up over the top. Gets the ping reveal, and that's going to be him dead. Bang, able to find that kill with the Reckoning. Going to be sent out. You mentioned it, Mazina building that very quickly for the second. It's going to be Zekin able to find Asuna, but now it's Tex all alone. Jump up into the cage. Well, what a clutch this would be. It looks for that second kill, cannot find it. Vora will strike. Big round from him. 100 Thieves will get themselves on the board.
Oh, this is a potential momentum swinger here because 2 ults are used in that round by MIBR. The run it back and the Reckoning. We're going to be able to now feel a little bit more comfortable. Good spot. Seen a couple good instances of Vora finding value with the utility to get at least pings out, kind of figure out what's going on with MIBR, but knocking Aspas out of the equation. And then really clean stuff behind that. This is something they were so good on Fracture. The retakes were incredible the few times we saw them. Didn't need to see them many, but they were very well thought out in my opinion, and now you're seeing a little bit more of that here. A lot more to tool around with.
Hunter's Fury trying to shut down some of this crunch. Gonna be unleashed. Runner not having his online to try to counteract that. One of the kills from 100 Thieves are looking good. Set up on the wall from Bang on that swing. Will be dead with the neural depth. Caught with that util in hand, nearly was able to get the gun. It is a bloodbath in this round. One that 100 Thieves are narrowly coming out on top of. 2 of their own ults invested into this, though. Looks like Vora maybe getting the read that he's going to go for this push up. But we'll get the news here in a second. As Verno just assessing the site, making sure that all is well before he gets the spike in play.
Is he going to go all the way through spawn?
Oh, if he does, if he doubles back, they'll miss each other like ships in the night.
This is a very smart play.
A bit of a battle of the brains here at the moment. 100 Thieves, none the wiser. Incredibly smart rotation from Verno. But can he get the plant and then defend the spike from there?
If he's given the time, this is a really nice setup for Asova. Can set up on A main.
Got the camera. Cryo just not toggling it at the moment. But have him right out in the open. But he's holding that elbow angle. So he's none the wiser. 10 seconds to spare as the spike gets planted. And they realize they've gambled on the wrong side. Had it correct the first outing. Now have to try fully assess where he's at. They do have the recon. So just lobbing that in towards back sight might be enough. What a monstrous play this would be from Verno. He's already done this so intelligently. Clear is in. The info gained. Double approach, back sight. Verno not quite going to go for that swing timing. Cage is going to be popped. Shock dart layered in, has a second. A little bit of damage going to be found. The defuse held to half, can't be stuck. Another shock out, swing in, and that's the round done. Verno gets the kill, gets the clutch. And he absolutely outbrains 100 Thieves.
Every step of the way, he's outmaneuvering them. That is so good from the ag.al of MIBR.LOS. Just outread them. Cryo maybe thinking, oh, maybe I should have tried to stick that. Might have had the opportunity, but with those double shocks, it was so concerning. And the damage department felt like he had to go for the fight. That's devastating. Timotino will be able to go for the op as he cut funds into just a stinger for Bang. Couple ults though. Verno gets his Hunter's Fury off of that round.
Here.
That's so scary now as 100 Thieves.
Tex saying, not quite as out of sight as you thought you were. Jiggle peek from Bang. A couple shots now sent his way. Tries to set up a quick little wave. Launches that overdrive. Slows down the approach ever so slightly, but the Stinger, okay, is going to be able to find the one. Looks for that second, but Zekin will be able to sit him down. Meanwhile, Mizzino cleans up an elimination. Snaps back Asuna on that ult. Big investment, and now Tex. The one into the back line, the one looking to be the monster.
Joke's over! You're dead!
So the second just looks to make this impossible. Loses the ult, the turn back though, Cryo. Able to catch him, and what a botch that is from Tex. Suddenly a 3v3, health bar is going to be taken low. There's a window of opportunity for 100 Thieves as Asuna swinging this corner, is able to find the one. Hunter's Fury going to be called in. They end up making this damn expensive all the same as that final burst not quite going to connect. The defuse now being stuck. Mizzino swooping around for the back. Asuna scaled forward! And this time it's 100 Thieves! Scraping by, coming out on top.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it feels so uncomfortable the whole time for 100 Thieves, but it's that individual skill that once again wins them around that they probably shouldn't. Again, I like the macro. Saw this a couple times on Fracture where I thought MIBR has them outmaneuvered. But then Asuna able to tuck in there. That is really smart. Clearing into that corner, unexpected, because you're thinking that that player is going to want to guard that defuse.
These last two rounds have just been gorgeous micro on both sides, but Asuna now looking to try to get them back into this. And Reckoning, okay, fairly shallow. Doesn't go actually towards main at all. Meanwhile, Tex trying to make up for the blunder in the previous round, is able to find it, so brings it back into a 4v4, and Bang is going to have to go hunting, and he's just not ready. Letting no credence to the idea that Tex could have just slotted himself against that wall. For now, though, looking for a backstab, and will be able to find him eventually. So we're back into a 3v3. Reckoning available for Mizzino, his third of this half.
You're going to be able to get Cryo's ult invested from A main here. Oh.
Following the Tracers, counter spam is clean. But here comes Cryo, now on the arrival. Ult up getting the reveal, but Rifles a world away from this op. Reveal out, but the flash is good. Zekin keeping him in it. Peak looking for the shot, the slide across, doesn't have the gun at the ready. And trying to get this over the line with the op in hand. I mean, maybe if they line up for him. Jump peek the spot, and Zekin will just run him down. Going blow for blow. MIBR.LOS, though, preventing 100 Thieves from running this back.
Yeah, this is just a misread from 100 Thieves in a couple different parts of the map where they're just not ready for Tex to be so quickly scaled up here. He basically wins this round. I mean, then, okay, so you catch him on the backside, it's a 3v3, but then a nice curveball there. Absolutely eliminates Cryo. You read how he's going to play off that neural theft beautifully.
I make up for it. I make up for it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I said. I'm glad that we're on the same page. That's the thing. You know, you guys out there watching, you're playing with your friends, you can have rounds like that where you should have 1 to 3 players completely dead, because they have no idea where you are, and then you whiff catastrophically as long as you make up for it.
That's true.
Just don't keep doing it. Get a big round the next one.
It's fine.
And they'll forgive you.
Yeah, it's totally fine. I mean, you know, as MIBR, it didn't cascade into anything serious, so you're going to bounce back from that no problem. I think as the coaching staff here for 100 Thieves, you got to talk a little bit more, I think, about the macro protocols, like in terms of if you're going to gain that A main control, what are you going to do off of that? How are you going to, you know, are you going to be a little bit more proactive in mid? I don't feel like they're really reacting to some of the negative space that's being given up by MIBR, so you need to be a little bit more proactive with that. But this round, probably not going to be the one where you're really going to want to do that because you're on an awfully thin eco.
And just 2 bandits alongside these classics. Overdrive from Aspas, though. Looking for the aggressive entry. And A side widely evacuated. Cryo tucking back over in the hall. They're going to look to try to flood retake this. Could just end up being a bit of a meat grinder, though. Quick peek, the blind going to be connecting, but it's going to be Mazzino and Zekin finding the opening kills. Timatino and Bang will both fall to the wayside. Blaze wall situated. Asana trying to create some coverage. So they will be able to rotate over towards the spike, but getting the defuse going. Looking to be damn near impossible for them, especially as Zekin is able to find that kill. The enemy Phoenix now down. Half of this one's a blind spray. Zekin in with a third. Rushing forward, looking for a little bit more. That's a shorty, but it's going to be Ospas to clean it up. It's another flawless MIBR securing a lead for the half. And now looking to try to balloon this up. And I mean, there is potential if they continue to run these rounds that they just get a 10-2 scoreline themselves.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they're very much ready for it with how well they've been playing. And now a little bit of frustration.
Need a drop.
Showing from the 100 Thieves players. Probably feeling like this was our map. And we've been absolutely just running circles every time we guess that they leave Cryo on his own on one side of the map where they think, okay, they're going to go the other way. They haven't been able to really accomplish much. Again, Eco, though.
Well, Zekin sending the ult, but losing it very quickly. Push back over to Shop.
To get the ping onto Ospas, you know he's scaled forward here.
Yeah, he can't misread this position again. Give him the freebie.
Ooh,
especially as Timatino with that op in hand.
Ospas just, I think, waiting for a sound cue to try to punish. Just looking for that mistake from Timatino.
Watch your eyes!
Well, they're trying to bait out something, but Vora
Spike down B.
does get one on site.
Ospas continuing to scale. So it's going to be banging for eliminated Asana trying to maintain control of this corner, and he cannot. The plant to come through, Cryo still ages away. Given that you have the op, surely the call is to go for the save. One shot out, and that's going to have to be it. The backpedal, a tuck away, and an 8th round win for MIBR.LOS.
I mean, this one looked good for 100 Thieves. Doing some damage, getting that opening kill, but quick response from MIBR.LOS on the B site. Ospas never really even had to activate. He was kind of just chilling in mid.
They just kept so much attention, and the others couldn't keep control. And now you absolutely can afford to hunt this op down, leg shot on the Tex.
Go, go, go.
Puts him to 29. It seems like they're not going to over-pursue for this. Oh, I think they absolutely should. Basically had him contained. But they will allow them to live.
Oh, just getting right in there. The Tex swung in from Link. So it's a well-coordinated hit. That mid-space, because of Ospas's position, able to be abused by MIBR.LOS. I think as 100 Thieves, you got to be a little bit more aggressive. I'd like to see that op put into positions where it can contest some of that early space on the map. But it's being played pretty far back, pretty safe again here by Timatino. This round, MIBR.LOS probably thinking something similar, where they're expecting 100 Thieves to be maybe a little bit more proactive. Weaker buy again, you're only able to carry the 2 guns over. Vora did have enough for a Guardian. They're just so patient, willing to let the clock bleed out a little bit. They maybe have some inkling or got a spot on the Bang, not sure which it is. They ping it out.
They're going to leave him alone on A, just a bandit. The operator now pivoted back towards B. It's just inverted scenes from that previous map. Backpedal from Bang, quickly trying to work his way out to safety. Will be able to do so. These walls go up. Spike gets brought forward. Drone able to find the catch. Plenty of shots over towards him. Meanwhile, Tex intercepting. Cryo outdone. Oh, trying to exit B. Asana now dead. This the spray and pray will continue and will be rewarded. Dance around the back of Orange. Ospas finds Vora. And it's only the 1 kill for Bang. The op cannot ring out. MIBR destroyed on Fracture, absolutely broken down. And now they're giving it right back to 100 Thieves.
It's insanity. I mean, they at every twist and turn, they make the right calls. It's like they know exactly what Vora's thinking and how he's maneuvering his pieces on the board. This time they find the weak side again. Zekin 14-4 after the rough outing on Fracture. He is going crazy on the Phoenix. Here they go. Big set play off the back of the Reckoning. Cryo just has to backpedal. Again, they find the one-man site.
He's having the read every single time, but Cryo, okay, off the trip, is able to find Ospas. Meanwhile, Asuna, okay, I was going to say thinking he's lucky stars that he used the ultimate there, but he still just wins out the fight all the same. In with a shout as Hunter's Fury from Vora is able to find one. Mazzino going to be taken out of the equation. Zekin and Verno now to try to maintain control, and Verno is in such a deep spot. But the spike is not planted, so he has to rescale. He wanted his team to just be able to get that spike in play, have the plant, then get the Hunter's Fury on the back end of it, but now they have to try to play together just to make a go of this.
I mean, just going to maybe use this time to talk about how they want to try to accomplish this task. Recon does just come up again for Verno.
Last player standing.
Well, as he gets ready to send it, Zekin is going to be eating a headshot, and Bang will be able to find it. So that 10-2 not going to be achievable for them, but it's damn near there. 9-3. MIBR.LOS going to be hoping that curses do not exist.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it's going to be attacker's side on Breeze, but it's going to have to be a hell of a lot better than this defender side was, because you were absolutely shut out of this half for the most part. Started from the pistol and just continued over. I mean, MIBR had a great game plan, again, making all the right reads, all the right rotations. Every twist and turn, they were a step ahead, just like 100 Thieves were on Fracture. So this attacker's side, let's see what they've got. I mean, again, generally you're better on this side of the map, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough.
Not sure, but, well, we've managed to find one of them at least here in the audience. Been a lot of MIBR representation, but we got Ian Chambers standing by with a big 100 Thieves fan.
Absolutely. Hey, France, faites du bruit pour Marc. Yeah? We got Marc from Switzerland, 100 Thieves fan. How are you feeling about the series so far, Marc?
Well, the first map definitely went better than this one now, but I'm sure we can still get them.
So I said you're from Switzerland. You've come to Paris for the biggest esports event of the year. 7 weeks of action. How are you finding it so far here?
It's been beautiful. It's just way too hot. So
you need the air conditioning, right?
Yeah, so in here it's perfect, but I'm not looking forward to leaving.
So how long have you been a Thieves fan, and what is it that you admire so much about this organization?
I think I've been a fan since 2020, and it was like the first esports team that I've supported, so I just stuck with the team.
Very cool. Do you know what's really rare, by the way, is being this close to a piece of true historic silverware? Just come and have a little peep. Fans don't necessarily get to come up here and see this. This is our trophy. Our teams, of course, are all gunning for it, and of course the lion's share of that $2 million prize pool. What do you think of this up close and personal?
It's beautiful, but it's better in the hands of 100 Thieves.
All right, let's see if they can pull it off first. They've got to get through this quarterfinal. Marc, thank you so much for coming up here. Let's continue with this series.
Don't mind if we do. 9-3. Scoreline at the half. MIBR.LOS is consistently having the reads here on 100 Thieves. They look to try to take this all the way over to that third and final map. This would have to be a massive comeback swing for 100 Thieves if they want to get it done in 2.
They just got to start here on the pistol. It is a desperately needed one for 100 Thieves. They're going to look to fan out a little bit across the map. Use that cove, gain a little bit of space. Aspas, though, considering a disrespect. Oh, goodness.
I'm out of here.
Bang. A little one and done. Peeks out, finds Tex. Gets out scot-free. Cleans him up over a tunnel. Meanwhile, Team Latino quick into back sight. Got a couple shots. They have to be really suspicious of this, but as the wall gets ready to fall, tucks back into the corner. But also finds the timing, rescaling. Verno now dead. Cryo finding Zekin, and Bang
Spike planted.
Brings it down to one last player. Flawless pistol at that. 100 Thieves finding exactly what they needed.
Well, for a moment, it looked like 100 Thieves might be walking into the trap that MIBR had laid, but they are quick to disengage from that. They get the one kill and immediately peel back. That's exactly what you need here as 100 Thieves. Now, if you can have a clean anti-eco, then maybe you got a shout to get back into this map, but...
Come on! Come on, boys!
That got the energy going.
Timotino's feeling it.
Go, go, go!
See, he's going to be taking that first contact, swing in the corner, line it up. Will be the first to fall for 100 Thieves, but might be the only one as well, as Asuna quickly finds 2 more kills. Turn of the curveball for Verno. Molly not going to be deep enough to actually flush him out of position. Just throwing all the fire at him, but he's not getting burned. Tex, however, clean shot. It's another elimination. That's a Phantom down on the floor. Cryo, very slow on this flank. Seems like MIBR are more than happy to just pump the brakes, stay within this cove for the moment.
They're waiting to hear if the gun swap happens.
But now they're starting to get concerned about that potential flank. Expecting it to come through the doors, but as Cryo, he's just painting an outline around him. Verno just dancing, crouching. He's able to find that kill. Now suddenly 2v2, already an immense amount of damage dealt. And if they can get this round win, oh boy. Haven would be all but assured.
30 seconds left.
Backside push though, Tex eliminated. Verno, long flank, back around. And for the moment, no consideration. Bang, low, the one tap, found, the time running out. Before I have to commit for this plant.
10 seconds left.
There's no rush play coming in, but we'll just take the fight, wins it, but by very narrow margins. 100 Thieves, it felt like they were gonna get this one clean. MIBR, make them bleed.
Just really, again, patient play. Able to wait out 100 Thieves a little bit. And some whiffy shots on the backside, but brilliant map awareness from Verno to be cognizant that there could be that lurk coming through. Get that Phantom, yep. Make sure you've got that. So, pretty weak bonus for 100 Thieves. They can get this one to go, it'd be quite the miracle. They're gonna try a pacey B hit. Exactly what MIBR did in their bonus.
Tex just back pillar, faces forward, is able to find one. Timotino dead again, the push in, and Verno is able to find that elimination, but Bang says thank you very much for the gun. Gets it back into a 3v3.
Go, go, go!
Weapons upgraded. There's Asuna checking over towards B side, but swings it! And has him lined up! Ospas and Zekin both gonna be knocked into the park as Mazzino tries to steady the spray, but Cryo comes to the rescue. Keeps him alive and in it. And oh me, oh my. Conversion is there.
Well, do you believe? You better start. This is a great little trade, but the problem is you're dropping guns. And then Asuna just scales forward and he's like, oh, they're pushing through Link. That's cool, they're probably not gonna see this coming. And they line up for the double headshot there. That is massive. Game on. On to an eco.
Still no timeout call for MIBR.LOS, but I have to suspect that if this one gets away from them, if they can't get the Thrifty, we should be seeing some intervention. You got a couple ults on the cycle to come up, but 100 Thieves again, similar to Fracture, are ahead in that regard. Ball towards the back, and Zekin, a very clean shot, but swiftly traded.
Right there.
Especially because you still have both timeouts here as MIBR. I mean, I think, oh, this is dangerous.
Oh, yes, it is. The Thrifty getting ushered forward, maybe spoken into existence here by us.
Well, this is a good read, at least, by 100 Thieves, in theory. If they get the confidence to commit to it, oh my goodness, they don't. They have no idea. They have no idea what's going on the map.
But if they end up buying enough time, you will see the counter rotations from MIBR. So they're starting to think like, okay, they must be storming onto B right now. They're just clearing out backside, and then they're going to plant the spike. So this slow, patient play ends up still working for them, even though they were completely wrong to begin with.
sometimes better lucky.
30 seconds left.
MIBR is going to be kicking themselves in the VOD review. They can still do this, though. They've been very clean with those sheriffs. All that Harbor util, all the Sova util, all the Neon util that you're going to have to be dealing with as 100 Thieves.
They do have this gun into the hands of Aspas.
Cage triggered.
Turning over, joining in. Wouldn't be surprised if he actually chucked that over to Mazzino, given that he's got the armor, but it looks like he is going to try to use it himself. Storm forward, Cryo able to find one, though, and Asuna, with that run it back in play, takes down Tex. Molly onto the corner, has him burning down, and that's going to be Verno now eliminated. As it is just Mazzino. The Phantom collected the spot on the one, but Asuna holds his ground, takes the kill, gets the 3K. 100 Thieves did not allow for the Thrifty to come through. Now they're just 2 rounds away from tying this up.
It's just one of those rounds where if you're just like 10 seconds more patient as MIBR, you probably give yourself a really good shout to win this round. But instead, you gave that space up.
Oh my God, Pete!
I always want a hype man like that.
You got the run it back out of him, yeah.
I mean, he's been having a rough map comparatively, but still there for the boys, just trying to get them energized, trying to keep them focused into this game. Now Hunter's Fury going to go out. The tag not connecting. Mazzino able to avoid that.
But it opened the space.
Opens the space, but I also don't have it for the post plant. Inferno, he's got his to try to prevent. They're already rotated over. He's here at bridge. Delayed consideration still will interrupt this plant, though. Vora not wanting to give that damage over for free. And in fact, he's going to pause going for this. Sends out the drone for a brief little moment, but now okay. Timotino on a timing is able to find the one, and I thought for a second he was going to be able to get Verno the boot. Got a little bit of damage on him. So Reckoning goes out, trying to slow up the approach, and Asuna watches mid-doors. Tex now dead. Vora scaling forward. Verno eliminated, and Vora taking over.
My ultimate's ready.
A clean shot to get the ult online, but look at this. Asuna on the hunt. Here's that rotation going through. We'll look to match. They know exactly where each other are. It's just who can win the fight. Kerbal will connect, but he gets him from beyond the grave. A bit of martyrdom from Asuna. His weapons cannot be carried over.
Well, you get him into the post plants of this 100 Thieves team. Very disciplined. Love the way they're going to use that Hunter's Fury early. Obviously, yes, Timotino, a little bit lucky, but Asuna tucks into that corner. Even though it's considered there by Tex, it's just not really thought of well enough, and Vora so clean.
Shot 1 billion bullets, bro.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I love the positivity merchant on this 100 Thieves team, Timotino. Whether he's frying or not, the guy's just a ball of just joy. I mean, I love him, man. He's fun to be around.
MIBR, they disagree after that round. Want to try to avoid it maybe after that. So they will be calling their first time out. Trying to get back into the driver's seat because so far, this swamp of the sides, it is not gone their way even once.
No, I mean, it's insane. You thought 9-3 on your attacker's side, that's looking pretty good. Even if it is a decent attacker's side from 100 Thieves, should be able to hold on, but they have done the opposite of that. The grip just not strong enough, and 100 Thieves are 1 round away from tying this up. It is going to be a buy into this. A lot of half armors, a Bulldog in there.
A lot of ultimates.
Yep.
Just the neural depth available at the moment for 100 Thieves. At least have them beat in that regard, but full flash connecting, Aspas able to slide away.
Nobody's biting on this from MIBR.LOS, though. Since there's no further contact, they don't need to start making moves. Got all the info agents over on that B site. Got the Sova, you got the Cypher. 100 Thieves has been able to break through once before, going all the way back to the bonus. This time they want to try a bit of a different approach, potentially. And just maybe making sure that their flanks are a little bit clear and see if Cryo can somehow, some way find a way in.
Starts too shallow to actually clear out that trip. Tex again, considering riding that left side of the pillar. Trying to find a kill, and will be able to do so. Asuna going to be struck down, sliding though from Timotino. Will have him dispatched. Cryo at the same time, he's able to find two. Just massacres them over a tunnel. Reckoning now going to be invested. Swing towards backside, Ospas finding Timotino. The 2v2 with 2 players tagged. One on either side. Just tucked in behind the wall.
Fire.
Not moving an inch. Eats that near sight. Now we'll open up with some spray. Bora as well around the back. Has to do it all.
Out of charges.
The fuse being stuck. Finds the one! No way! How is he getting away with that? That is absolutely unbelievable! The 180 turn! Oh, Sam, I think you're off the hook. There's been a worse Cove incident now. That is heinous!
What in the heck is this? He's just gonna, I mean, Mazzino just thinks he's got the time to stick it. Surely he can't turn in time. And he is dead wrong. Ridiculous. MIBR, oh no. That is a brutal round.
Gotta go.
Timotino there. Scoot away from the recon, let it expire. Try to make MIBR.LOS think that that space is free, and it actually is. So, once again, gonna try the way through. I really want to credit Cryo with a great timing there out of elbow. He heard Zekin leaving from top mid, waited to come behind him and strike. That was a really nice play, but yeah.
No one's gonna remember that.
Nope. Nope.
Shorty just to clear out some of this util. The Bandit not going to be able to get dragged across. In fact, it's going to be Asuna taking him down the overdrive. Out here on both sides, a dance, a duel between the Neons, but some others getting involved. And it is a bloodbath.
Spike down, B.
Second, suddenly last one standing.
You're dead.
Asuna. Oh, he has him spotted. He has him contained. Won't quite be able to close that gap, though. 99 health. It would have to be a one-tap, but it's going to be Asuna coming away with it, in fact. Another 3K from him on this Phoenix. That has looked electric at this tournament, and especially here today.
Oh, he's been just brilliant. So on point. I don't know how you feel about using that ult there as 100 Thieves, but better safe than sorry, I suppose, at this point. The map's so close. You assume you're going to get at least one more run it back, maybe, if you don't close it out just cleanly here as 100 Thieves.
There can only be one hero.
So they're just throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this, and now it's time for Fraud to also begin throwing things at his team to try to get them figure out some way to stop this roll that 100 Thieves has been on.
We're going to hope it doesn't come down to that, throwing things at his team. We want to hope that he's able to get things corrected so that he can be encouraging them rather than being frustrated.
The temptation has to be there, though, as a coach.
I think he's one of the more relaxed ones. If it was Alex, yes, absolutely.
That's exactly it.
Putting him up on that stage, maybe it's a good thing that Paper X didn't make it into the playoffs. Just be throwing pucks at him all day long.
That's true. Which I think would be fun. I think we should allow that. It should be a valid timeout strategy.
This goes here.
Give my vote, but
all right.
100 Thieves have run this all the way back into a lead.
I know.
No more charges left.
I'm shell-shocked. I can't believe it. And Ospas
Yes,
be able to get into that operator. This is a round that feels like a must-win.
Eating that full blind, but there's the ping reveal. They know that second's going to be contained into the corner, so Molly's going to be exchanged. He's going to be burnt to a crisp, down to 72. And now with no further way to try to heal himself back up.
What a ride.
Everything expended. No position yet for Cryo, but second to try to hold the door here. A spot out, he will be able to win that fight. Falls a little bit lower as Mazzino. Just a smattering of damage on Asuna. They're both through the wall. Trying to find a pick. Second scaling ever closer to his demise, but Ospas is able to find a kill off screen. Timotino will fall. Mazzino now getting involved in the fight as Bang gets taken down. The wall to drop. These players overwhelmed and surrounded. This timeout has worked a treat at long last. MIBR find a defender side round win as they tie at 10-10.
It's just a fast rotation and just enough time bought. Using that high tide really nicely to cut off the space ahead of where you can plant the spike. And just a little bit too overeager here as Cryo. I would have liked to have seen Cryo wait until his teammates are just a little bit further forward until they can really confirm the ability to at least potentially tap the spike before you start trying to make some moves outside of those doors. Got a little antsy. That's just really well played there by Mizzino. That's great harbor play. Could be in trouble, but no, gonna escape. Orb funneled over to Asuna. Something's got him concerned. I don't know what it was, but taking a moment.
I think they're maybe having a conversation. Do you try to just get 2 charges away from that, run it back, or do you give Bang a potential reckoning off the plant? Just be the case, or do just cut noise. Yeah, seems like it is going to be Bang picking this one up, but it's going to be Timotino again catching a stray. That's a lot of your entry power now gone.
Yeah, you got to start spreading the map a bit more. It's 100 Thieves. A main choke has been pretty well solidified now by MIBR.LOS. That spike sending out into mid, just doing a little bit of information gathering, trying to pull a few players off site. They've at least been able to accomplish that. But
they pulled Auspas to this site. This round, maybe this map starting to get away from 100 Thieves once again after a monstrous run of 7 rounds consecutively. MIBR, they're gonna regain the lead and move up to 11.
Yeah, I get the theory here from 100 Thieves in this round. Bang just gonna try to tuck in and stay alive, but there's still a ton of time on the clock, and yeah, maybe they will allow it. We'll see.
10 seconds
Have
left.
the door behind him.
Well, Zekin, he's happy to go hunting for this. He's got the money for the buy, and also will get the ult online, kill or death. Bang ensures that it's going to be the latter, but Verno there for the counter swing, so nothing to be retained. Very clean from MIBR.LOS. Just 2 rounds away from sending us to a 3rd and final map.
Well, and so what 100 Thieves are thinking in this round is, okay, they fast flooded last time. Let's try to take a pause in the middle of this. I think that's part of this strategy as well, is that you're hoping that they're going to try to see, okay, nothing's going on, let's fall back from this A site. It does not really work. It just takes too long because that door is being held and spammed. You've got to find ways to clear those players out. And I think this is a great time for a timeout. Talk about some of that theory and strategy a little bit more. Maybe toy with the map a bit. See if you can get another B played through. Those have been pretty successful for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, and also, can you keep Timotino alive for like 10 more seconds in a round? Because the guy has so many times throughout this not been able to really play the game. He's just catching strays at every twist and turn.
And I think you just got to be a little bit more thoughtful with how you're stepping out through those smokes when you're making your executes. But now it's just getting worse and worse here for 100 Thieves. They had strung so many rounds together, but it just took 2 to break the economy a little bit. Cryo onto a stinger. Yes, you have the Reckoning, you have a Neural Theft, but so do your opponents, and on top of that, they have a run it back. So the ult cycle favoring MIBR.LOS to potentially close this map out.
Gets that stun across that near side, that short side, and then I think Auspas actually did send out a shot, so confirmation on the location of that Neon. Push forward, but it's going to be a fast reinforcement on this side. But Timotino able to shut down Zekin's ult, but then loses his life. Bang. Going to be firing back a little bit harder, though, as Tex will fall. Space now going to be occupied. This Reckoning going to be sent first by the attacking squad, but curveball ends up connecting. Asuna having to do so much work here. Spotted into 1. The flash fully connecting. He runs out of bullets. The Classic's not going to do a damn thing. MIBR flood their way back through. They get up to map point.
Yeah, they're just really quick to the punch now. I mean, MIBR.LOS is once their opponents have committed, that's when they full send it in. And they're getting that Phoenix util to be a lot more impactful now from Zekin. He has a couple brilliant flashes in here. but absolutely smother them.
One enemy remaining.
Nice little setup there on that entry to clear back pillar too. These two players separated enough that it's not going to be an easy lineup. Here we go. 2 in a row just to send it to OT now. 400 Thieves.
There's still those 3 ults to work with. Not having that ult online. Shot not going to be connecting on him through the bombs, but the spray from Zekin absolutely will. Hunter's Fury now layered in. Shuts them down and absolutely destroys them. This should just be curtains.
Yeah, this should be, you would think. 100 Thieves have been able to turn some rounds on their heads. Tex, he's situated with the cam.
Triggered. Careful now.
Gonna try to play a kill off that. No, Cryo.
The spike is still just now getting over, and Mazzino is able to find Bang. Tex gets Cryo, and that should be it. Asuna, he's been incredible, but this is a bridge too far. MIBR not going quietly into the night. They continue to fight back, and while yes, they gave us some absolute concerns in that second half, they managed to plant their feet and close out their enemy's map pick.
Well, now, I don't know what we got going on in Haven. It should be a lot of fun. A dominant map 1, a close map 2. These two teams giving it their all. The fans very happy about that. They wanted to see that map 3, and they're going to get it.
See how much movement you want to have. We are
Phoenix
not
on one
going
side,
to be getting the club.
Waylay on the other, though. You called it.
And it's going to be the Neon and the Waylay. This is going to be incredibly quick for the side of MIBR. Let's see if that speed can actually give them the edge over 100 Thieves.
You said it's kind of good, Athena. On a 1 to 10, where's kind of good as Auspas's Waylay?
6.
It's a 6. It's a 6. Is that good enough for a W? It's time to find out. We send it to the casters one last time. Achilles and Paper Thin, take it away.
Thank you very much. Here we go. A final map between these two America's squads to see who is going to be moving forward into the semifinal and who will be making their exit here at the start of the playoffs. Got everything sorted. No Clove. What, you know, it piqued our interest for sure.
Yeah. There was like a moment where I'm like, really? Like, is that?
I definitely wouldn't have seen it coming.
Hell of a curveball. And then
not to be.
Aspas on that Waylay. Second back on the Neon. It's kind of tried and true. And Vora does take down Aspas. Timotino gets one as well.
Spike down mid.
It's a little bit of damage on the exit, but still alive and in the fight. Tex as well. Tagged to 41. Firm control off the rip here for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, winning those opening duels, those 1v1s, huge. Now they're making a pretty good read. Gonna leave Cryo on his own. Kind of the MO of this 100 Thieves squad. Just rely on him to be a safe pair of hands if it does go that direction. But right now, they're in prime position.
Molly at their feet as well. There's a curveball, not going to be connecting in Tex. His headshot will. It's a window back in is Zekin. Reading that position incredibly well. He's away with that other kill. Has that spike in hand, but he and Mazzino now completely split apart. 30 seconds. Can do a fast pivot over towards B, maybe even C, given that you do have the Neon. You have to get out of that audio range first. Now we'll look to up the pace. And it seems like 100 Thieves is starting to realize that they're just going to be backpedaling and rotating to the other side of the map, so we'll try to get there as quickly as they can.
It's going to come down to
10 seconds left.
When the smokes come into cycle.
Spike
Mazzino's
planted.
already got his. Bang's still waiting on a refresh. No other util to speak of. There goes Bangs.
There.
They're going to try to fight this one forward. Up into the smoke! And Mazzino destroys them all!
Oh, that is brutal. That is incredible stuff from Mazzino. He's had a couple of those moments today where he's just taken a round over. Hasn't been the flashiest player except when he needs to be. My word. Had the timing perfect.
Let's fucking go, brother!
I mean, this round was dead.
Yes.
They managed to resuscitate it. Bring it back from the grave and find this opening pistol. Full classics now for 100 Thieves are going to be kicking themselves.
Just had the right reads and couldn't confirm. I mean, that recon into a flash to try to clear the players in sewers didn't get much, and that recon quickly cleared, but does give over a little bit of information here, so Cryo in trouble in the corner.
Will just quickly be overwhelmed, struck down. Reveal on the second, they're trying to close the gap, but that just makes that Spectre hit a little bit harder. And if he can survive, which it seems likely,
Back in a flash.
that will be able to keep the weapons carried over. Strong start again. MIBR up 2-0, going into the bonus.
Just efficient stuff there. Even though they get pinged, Porte tries to punish. Not going to be allowed. As fast as the Marshall. Easy peasy. Just a really nice set execute there. They're just going to kind of double down on that C site. That Cryo's been tested a lot since map 1. You know, Breeze, they were really trying to punish him. There's that Odin.
The buys in behind this. Odin spraying to Matino. Able to slot forward, meanwhile. Quick scaling, but Spike is going to be over here on the C side of the map. In the hands of Verno, but as that camera gets the spot out, gets the tag, they do make their exits. He's well aware that they've given up a good amount of space, but quick peek, quick headshot. Matino able to find that, dodges the paranoia. It's going to be Asuna now, down to the sewer. His second will be able to get far enough forward. Upgrades the Spectre as well.
Still, nice reclear here by 100 Thieves.
They're pushing into the Odin.
That's not so nice for MIBR.
They kill him fast, and they do. The Vandal in hand, Osmos to find it. Saturate to the corner in case it's a double stack, but it's not. Now it's down to Asuna to try to see what he can get done. Finds the first, finds the second. Stunned up, Blaze Wall, gonna be situated. Verno pushing past that one. Wins the fight, sees the TP forward. But now you're stuck. You're alone, and you have to try to win this out, but bang. Well, out of him, counter wrapped around the boxes on site. It's a bonus not to be converted, but still quite costly. 3 players lose their lives.
Yeah, I mean, already, I think 100 Thieves gonna have to be making some good adjustments because this round gets a little bit dicey. You're expecting that Odin to maybe do some more damage, but going up against players of Otspas and Zekken's caliber where they can just swing and one-tap you with a Vandal. You don't know Brock you are, Vora. Tough to get that really situated and be kind of ready for it sometimes. You have Asuna's ult. They're already reconsidering that B side, even though that is actually MIBR.LOS wants to go. And Timotino finds out through a hail of bullets, but this is all just a little bit of them trying to work the map. No Cypher util inside a garage, so that means the cam can be placed in there deep. Or text, that's a lot of info that he's going to be able to use if they want to make a counter rotate or look for these lurks, if they're able to kind of successfully breach their way in.
Oh, good God. Not sure how he's alive through that one. Down to 8 HP. Hex only tagged 68. Relay bolt to slow this approach from Asuna. He's trying to just layer in these flashes. Still will be able to find one before getting snapped back, but quick push and scale here from Tags, who will eventually get found blind. Curveball chucked in, but Verno turns back, finds that elimination, but it will get caught on the timing as Cryo.
Spike down, C.
Push forward, find that elimination. And Messina, oh my God. He's looking for a little bit more, but Vora will just go his separate ways.
This has gotten pretty wild.
30 seconds left.
Get damn close. And uncomfortable. Trying to get the plant, you don't have a smoke. Bang still has his paranoia online. Check out, did not see Ospas on that peak. Cover going out. Casino looking to try to recreate that pistol round success, but this time he will be felled. The saturate connecting, but Ospas not comfortable enough to try to go on the swing, and this time Vora will have some revenge. Diffuse to come through, one away from having that Hunter's Fury online. 100 Thieves will tie it 2-2.
Yeah, I felt like MIBR might have had an opportunity to kind of disengage from that C fight, but they really committed to this, and with that run it back and the flashes from Asuna, it makes it so tricky for them to really get through onto the site cleanly, and it allows the rest of 100 Thieves to rotate into position. start shutting this down. So 100 Thieves there, playing that really well off the back of their ultimate. Now you got a couple on the other side. You do have the convergent paths. Zeno has a...
You gotta be worried about this, Tex. Okay.
He is. He's fine.
Not gonna get caught.
Never would Tex my goat get caught by that.
First of the shorty. Nothing really to be found there is Pryor. I mean, he's just eating damage, trying to scale forward over towards this spike, but he will just counter spam to find Mazzino. Now Verno displaced. Blazeball going to be situated. Ospas unable to really scale forward, but the fuse not being stuck quite just yet. Curveball not deep enough to go past this. But I mean, just blind spraying. They're just catching everything. Every stray. MIBR not going to be able to make it go with the Thrifty, so the fuse is in, and 100 Thieves take the lead.
Interesting round that we will be facing, with both teams having some key ultimates available to them. Yeah, 4 on the side of MIBR. Just try to make this fast B hit work. Mazzino does end up getting caught on the way out. Asuna just running and gunning in there. Tino already taking space.
One enemy
Yeah,
remaining.
just kind of, as that Phoenix wall's dropping, they're already. So this is a big one. You have that convergent pass, you have a Hunter's Fury. I mean, Vora has his too, but Overdrive's available.
Convergent path's going to be lopped over towards A main, but Asuna on that peak is still able to find that KLTV into the back, but it's going to be Ospas. Cover going. Clearing him out. Trying to scale forward. Push out of the smoke, and should be to Bang's demise. Overdrive, however, from Team Latino. Gonna try to find those kills. He'll instantly get tapped down, but running with the Hunter's Fury, desperately trying to claw this round back into their favor. Has a spike, he might try to make his exit, but you also have Bang potentially here to intercept him. Gun barrel now spotted. Locks onto the headshot, the Tex.
Spike down A.
Immediately brings us back into a 1v1. 55 seconds to try to play with. Grab of the orb, he'll get the neural depth off of that. Unless Bang can just counter spam it. He's got a plethora of corpses to choose from.
Hiding.
The hat immediately flies. Sees him. And Bang just takes the fight before the second ping.
Oh boy. That's rough for MIBR. That is a hefty investment of ultimates, and you don't come through with the win.
One enemy.
I mean, everything was thrown at this round.
It's so perfectly timed as well.
Yeah.
The window of that smoke dissipating before the second ping comes in. Bang plays it perfectly.
That's incredible. That's that experience that Bang's going to bring to the table for you. Coming through in spades. That's going to be the timeout from Fraud. I mean, it's just been so scrappy. It's just been so wild. Some of these rounds are just hit the go button and everybody's trying to quick react to things, and I think that does suit the defenders a little bit. With the way they've been positioning themselves, they're pretty quick to react. I mean, anytime you have a Neon in the equation as a defender, if you're playing for those fast floods.
It's desperate times call for desperate measures. We've been through the ringer in those first 2 maps. Nearly able to complete that run back after a 3-9 disadvantage at the half.
Right.
Yeah, feels like 100 Thieves. I haven't quite forgotten about that map, but they're using. Just probably how pissed off they were to not close it out in their favor. To pilot them forward here on Haven. Onus is on MIBR.LOS to try to cool them off.
Yeah, Timatino trying to play off this cam, has the outlaw. Zeno.
Does he have Mazzino dead? Oh no, he just dances around and strafes across with that stinger. Kill found Cryo. Forward, into the cage. Drags in, finds the 110 up on a follow-up though, and that's gonna be another weapon. Over into their hands, flash to the corner, and Asuna, he don't need to see Jack! Knows he's got him pinned in! Gets a shutdown, gets the spike, stranded just outside a garage, and now he's looking to try to get Tex, but he cannot. Takes him to 8. The weapon on the floor. Bang the double back.
Remaining.
Keeps it out of his hands, and Vora and Platt will find Mazzino. 5-2.
Asuna bails him out a bit. This one looked really nice for MIBR to start. Able to deal with that outlaw quickly. What a nice position Mazzino takes to avoid the cam. And then this. He's just coming out of it right back to business.
Remaining.
And business is good for Asuna. He just, keeps shaking those hands. He is hot. That spam.
Run out of bullets eventually.
Whoop.
Cryo, though.
Double doors.
Yeah, peek out of garage. Finds that kill. Sight for util now. Null and voided.
They're lining up for this B hit. Bang. Just trying to play off of Asuna's flash, it looks like. Gonna refresh the smoke. Drone there. But there is those trips in the garage.
Double dash up to the top of the rafters. Asuna gonna try to set up the molly there. Place him. Meanwhile, Will get spotted. Not enough of an angle to try to tuck away, and Zekin coming back alive. 2 kills found, looking for that third, gets it. Can't get that Odin out fast enough. Now just trying to get all the info that they possibly can. Timotino needing to abandon this operator. Collect a different weapon. We'll be able to do that in route, you would assume. He's gonna work his way forward to B, but that weapon swap would be heard. So for now, still has it in hand, but Cryo. Clean shot to find the first. Takes Ospas even lower. The scale forward, the jump to the top. Verno dead. Ospas gone. Cryo dismantles them with a 4K.
Okay. I see you, Cryo. Oh my. That looked like it was going to be another good round for MIBR. They have a great little dashing up setup. Get a high-low quick on that B site, and it works a treat. Zekin gets 2.
1 enemy remains.
2 is far less than 4. Oh my. 1.
Nice! Man, you're insane!
I mean, it's a big round. It's a massive round win. Trying to break the bank again. Everything invested, plenty of half armors. Still that operator online, and the ults a ways away. Same could be said for 100 Thieves, but got cash behind this at this point.
Without that early spam at A, I kind of think if MIBR wanted to, they could try to put some pressure here and there.
No, that player's in the corner. Oh, a hair off. Not able to find it, but Mazzino gives him the opportunity yet again. Just thinking he can get the catch. Perhaps thinking that he was going to be silently trying to walk back out of sewers.
Just thought maybe he could surprise him, but...
And at this point, this is when you're thinking maybe we should have had that clove come through, because at least then we can get smokes from beyond the grave.
True.
You're losing your omen off the rip. Cryo. The one that falling to the wayside, and that's the C side completely broken open. The spike's still in hand. Verno off the plant will be able to get the Hunter's Fury.
And that early contact over at A. Oh, bang down 2.
Bringing this one back.
Spike planted.
3 players rotating back through the spawn. Still the AWP, no overdrive. Ospas playing point. Well out in front. His drone checks around the flank. Got posted up though on that box, and just lucky to not take any shots there, but as he goes for the repeat, Asuna dialed in on the line, comes away with that kill. Time ticking, however. Timotino checking for the garage angle. Asuna taking that burst, takes a second, ends up falling, and Tex pinching forward will be able to catch the remainders. 3 from him in a 3rd round for MIBR.LOS.
Okay. That's just a good little mid-round there from the side of MIBR. They flirt with some of that A space that they're given. They lose a player, and they start slowly but surely working their way over, and a huge win there for Verno in the 1v1 that opens up that C site. He's got the Hunter's Fury, really locked that down. Bit of a gamble, but Tex on that lurk, on that flank. Okay. Gets exactly what he wanted. Now it's actually 100 Thieves onto a weak buy. They want to save up. Had the money, but
a decent amount that they could have invested here, but opt to just go for something very safe, very steady. Already up to 6 on the defender side of Haven. They're looking pretty good.
that drone not doing what you want it to as MIBR. Doesn't really sell anything. It's just, are you going to be confident to maybe make a pivot if this gets dicey?
Vandal there at Sewer. People on the corner. Relay bolt going to be lobbed in. The blind connecting. It's the up and over. Ospas has them corralled. Absolutely tears them limb from limb. And no Thrifty to be found here. MIBR.
My ultimate is ready.
Getting themselves up to 4. Cryo just trying to find some damage, but he's now noted, overwhelmed, and dispatched. Flawless. MIBR.LOS finding their footing a bit, still trailing by 2.
Yeah, nice timing here with the paranoia. The combo very, very clean. Teeing up Ospas and making it look easy. Right up and over that box, and he knows they're not paying attention. Bang is worried about trying to counter with some of his own util. Big win again. Verno looking really good in some of those 1v1s, and MBS says, okay, now it's my turn. We've had a great half so far, but this could be even better. We can shore up a few things. Probably talking about how they want to invest that money if we're going to get the op into Timotino's hands again.
If you let them get the 6 and 6, it starts feeling more like a coin flip.
Yep. 7 and 5 is probably a little more comfortable. Better than that is gravy. But I think just, you know, talking about how they want to probably play some of that space, some of those timings. I mean, I think if they want long A control, they've been really good at taking it if they feel like it. You know, Cryo's been nice at times, but putting a lot of pressure on him as that solo anchor. They will probably continue to do so. Yeah, it makes some sense. I get the theory here. You can kind of cut the map in half. That's 100 Thieves. Make life pretty miserable for MIBR potentially.
You're very close to a lot of ults for 100 Thieves.
True.
But right now, MIBR have the advantage in that regard.
Yeah, and I think you're probably talking as well how you're going to deal with that convergent paths, how you kind of want to have the player situated to either absorb it or dodge it. Here it goes.
Cryo going to be caught by this. TP into the back of side. Ospas should be refracting out towards safety. Meanwhile, Second trying to slide forward, but Bazzino's going to be the one found first and foremost. Falling at his feet. Second forced to try to backpedal away. Bang, able to find Verno, but then Tags trades that one back out. A 3v3. The reveal coming through. And Timotino now trying to crunch his way out from garage. Sets up that relay bolt, and all players just contained, stuck here at the front of sight. Whoa. Saturate connecting. He manages to tuck back. Tex dead. Bora tearing apart 2. And Ospas now 20 held. 4 bullets. Now out of options, out of rounds. Will get struck down as the timeout ends up working, sort of, kind of. Hell of a lot more chaotic, I'm sure, than they drummed up, but the round still goes the way of 100 Thieves.
But kind of the name of the map. Cryo does great here. Has his cages and stuff set up so he gets completely avoided when they take the site on the back of that convergent pass. Doesn't get noticed by Ospas on the dive into the refract either. So he's able to stay alive and get a kill and set the tone there for 100 Thieves on that site.
Timotino's able to find 2 before getting traded out. Ospas dead, one of your entries, and then your smokes again.
That's brutal.
Gun collected from Verno. Drone to go out. Quick backpedal here from Cryo. They're just not chasing in fast enough. Asuna maybe giving us deja vu again. As it's, yep, going to be that run it back, the push forward in the garage window, but a very swift shutdown from Verno.
It's been pretty well contained. Cryo sitting around the corner. Does have that neural theft. So if you rotate away from these dead bodies, actually is really scary for MIBR.LOS, so they have to try to work this C site. I think because of that ultimate. Now Vora does have a Hunter's Fury here too.
Wait, I'm cage trigger.
Cage pop, Recon. Gets the reveal here on a Cryo, spams away, but it's gonna be Asuna taking that kill. He still does end up getting caught. Bang.
One
Fast
enemy
on this
remaining.
flank, but it's going to be
Player
Vora
standing.
able to find
30
Verno.
seconds left.
Here we go.
Suddenly this one gets brought down to the wire. The overdrive pops, the spike to be committed to.
Spike planted.
An Odin in hand for the one. Vora just wanting to wait out that ultimate. We'll have it relayed. But Zekin has eaten some damage. Push through, but Zekin has the headshot. As he will get MIBR.LOS that 5th round win. Perhaps a necessary one, depending on how this next pistol goes. 100 Thieves do find themselves in a 2-round lead at the half.
Well, that's exactly why you want to see that neon on the map. It's moments like that where that agent is just such a difference maker. Can just keep your opponents so off balance, so tricky to deal with. Zekin, very, very crafty.
A big win for him to try to get up to 5. Second half going to be coming up, but for now, let's send things over to Lou.
Et j'ai l'honneur d'être avec nos casters ici dans l'arena. I am honored to be with our French casters here, Tom and David. First of all, I want to test your synergy. Donc on va tester un petit peu votre synergie. La première question que je vais vous demander, c'est vous êtes en train de caster le match depuis tout à l'heure. Donc moi je veux voir si vous suivez. Est-ce que à 3 vous pouvez me dire qui est le meilleur joueur du serveur? Est-ce que vous êtes prêts? Vous réfléchissez, vous réfléchissez, vous réfléchissez. C'est bon? Vous avez votre réponse?
Attends, ouais c'est bon.
C'est bon, vous l'avez? Rapprochez-vous. 1, 2, 3.
Vora.
Incroyable les gars, un tonnerre d'applaudissements pour les casters s'il vous plaît. Vora le MVP. Moi je voulais vous demander messieurs, c'est quoi les petites idées reçues qu'on a sur le métier de caster et qui en fait soit sont peut-être plus faciles à faire, soit plus difficiles dans la réalité? Est-ce qu'il y en a un de vous deux qui est inspiré?
C'est très fatigant, c'est de l'énergie qui se déploie en un cours de temps, un laps de temps très court, mais c'est épuisant, c'est très drainant.
Plus fatigant que ce qu'on pourrait croire?
Ouais, beaucoup plus.
So my first question is, what is maybe a thing that is a bit cliché that a lot of people think about the job of caster, and it's more tiring than it seems, and I agree a lot with you on this, first of all, David. Et moi, de ton côté, Tom, ça va être un petit peu plus classique. Je vais te dire, qu'est-ce que tu préfères dans le métier de caster? Ouais, c'est un peu le monde des bisounours, tout ça. Mais qu'est-ce qui te fait kiffer au quotidien de revenir t'asseoir dans cette chaise pour commenter du Valorant?
Bah écoute, de faire kiffer en fait notre passion tout simplement, d'essayer de faire vivre un maximum d'émotions avec un jeu qu'on aime beaucoup, tous, hein, toi, moi, David. Et voilà, c'est toujours un plaisir et en plus bah, on fait ce qu'on aime depuis le début et on en vit, donc c'est forcément un bonheur.
Forcément la passion qui se transmet rapidement, messieurs. MIBR ou 100 Thieves de votre côté?
100 Thieves.
Oh, with the accent, hein. J'adore, tu me régales. Et toi, David, de ton côté, MIBR, 100 Thieves?
Same answer.
Okay, same answer, and I get our casters to speak English. Let's see if they're right and if 100 Thieves are gonna get the win.
Merci. How was that?
See vous play.
Well, hope you all caught that. But back into the game, we get ready to go. And pressure's got to be building on both of these teams. So familiar with one another coming into this series. Neck and neck in the map score, but it's 100 Thieves barely out in front.
It's going to get interesting. See how good this attacker side is. 400 Thieves. Oh, Timatino just great with the frenzy.
Okay, yeah. Drops it on the floor, grabs the sheriff, and he's just going to be playing gun game, I suppose. What else can he get? Is there a ghost out there? Maybe a classic? Got 2 more people he can kill.
Spike planted.
An ace in the pistol would certainly be one hell of a way to jumpstart the half.
When you need him most.
Paranoia out. Tagged low. Tex able to answer one back as Vora will fall, but the HP bars are just not on their side. Cryo able to find the one. The swing coming in. He'll take the second to the final. 8-5. 100 Thieves. Jump starting this second half.
Yeah, that is really nice stuff from Timatino. Getting 2 with the frenzy here. Oh my god. That is outrageously clean. Look at the way he's like matrixing around those bullets. Scoops up the sheriff, gets the 3rd. That's basically round over. Cryo playing a nice angle there when his teammate gets paranoid in the corner.
Come on! I mean, he needed a nat 20 to clear that corner, and he hit it.
He did.
Just high rolling. Insane with that frenzy. Now, just going to be looking to try to get through this second round, this anti-eco, as cleanly as they possibly can. Move up 9-5.
Yeah, and they're going to have a wide open ace site. So, commit maybe Cryo into trying to push. They haven't planted yet, though. They want to make sure that Asuna gets it. Okay.
He's doing it again!
Okay.
It's not just a frenzy thing, I guess. I mean, back-to-back rounds just absolutely wrecking him.
Now he's probably hungry for more.
Don't want to overaggress too much. It is that Phantom.
Exactly.
You need your teammates to recover it. But look at this. I mean, MIBR.LOS, they need to die to the spike.
They can't. They can't.
So now they know where they're at.
They've been denied.
Aspas should be able to get back into position, but Asuna, I mean, he's more than happy to fight. He's got the ghost.
Yeah, and he wants
Hex is now rerouted. So, okay, they will be able to get there. With one less player than they were hoping. Bang with a late little lurk. Asuna trying to run him down there, running away from him. He'll just back away. And it's a flawless. Another day at the office for 100 Thieves.
Well, Timotino is just single-handedly carving up MIBR.LOS. He has been lights out to start this attacker side and give a huge advantage to 100 Thieves. Ridiculous stuff. Him and Asuna topping the charts. Double duelists, that's exactly what you want.
Hey.
You know, Vora and Bang are happy to just play the back lines and try to clean up the rounds.
Cage trigger.
Those two are playing like that.
Ooh, Cryo, he is, I was gonna say, playing a very risky game. Ended up getting revealed. It's a nice little trap setup from MIBR.LOS. Early advantage, Asuna looking to try to just send up that molly. Just managed to force him away, but it's right at Timotino. Yet again, finding these players within his grasp. Ends up oversliding. Verno will be able to collect that kill, but Asuna retrades it out. Back into a 3v3. And realistically, any more damage that 100 Thieves gets from here is still a very good bonus. But Verno looking to try to deny. Shocked aren't able to find a bit of connection. Asuna, they run it back, re-wrapping. Buys a little bit more space and time. Given the commit on the ult, they're unable to find this round win from here. Now, it ended up feeling quite bad for them. But Asuna trying to take this into his own hands. The push on the right side, the jump up, and Verno dead at lumber again. Twice now he's tried to play that angle, and twice now he has fallen.
I mean, Asuna, just incredible today. The Phoenix has been absolutely dominant. Gets that run it back, buys a little bit of extra time, and then good with the Bulldog. Heck yeah. I'd be popping off too. That is insane.
I mean, that might just be the final nail. Down by 5. Timotino searching around. Ooh, trying to maybe even just bait with that refract, but Mazzino unable to clear the angle fast enough.
That was a nice little setup from MIBR.LOS. Anticipated that outlaw was going to be there.
Unbaiting is acceptable.
Yeah.
But now they gambled back over towards C. 100 Thieves looking to start slowly creeping up towards A.
I always think it's acceptable.
But okay, they're getting a read on this. The counter rotation's coming through, trying to get that Vandal exactly where they need it to be.
And they're matching. They've got a great read because of Mazzino's position. He's deep C main.
The peek coming in, and this time, no refract to try to save him. Full blind there on the Timotino. He's still sliding forward, just trusting in his teammates. And that trust is well earned. An instant cleanup, a wipe of the floor.
Oh, and Asuna go kill because he's one away from another run it back. Just send him.
Just destructive. He's just operating like a force of nature. And it looks like they have the read that this is going to be the A lobby flank. Mazzino with a nice shot. He's going to look for a little bit more, but it will be Asuna with that Vandal in hand to clean it up, run it back online as they get ready to go into another buy for MIBR.
Huge. I mean, the way that Timotino is playing this attacker side is so, so good. Him and Asuna, that 1-2 punch, seemingly unstoppable. Seemingly nothing that MIBR.LOS can find any response to. You're flipping all the pages in the book trying to see if there's some solution in the text that is not decipherable. And it's got to be a timeout. The coaches want to get in there and try to figure something out. I mean, everything they've thrown at them so far has been denied.
I don't think they have a cryptographer on staff.
No.
Try to figure out what the ancient text says, what the secrets are to bring back this map. It really does feel like it's just going to have to be a push from the players themselves to just level up to get to the point that we know they can operate at. They put it on display. That opening burst of dominance on Breeze into the closeout. That's what we want to be seeing from them. Not just falling to the wayside the way that they are here on Haven. 4 rounds straight now in the second half for 100 Thieves. Because they're going to be looking to just clinch this 13-5.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to shore up this A main control if they can. They're going to try.
Revealing area.
Ospas glass cannon. Try to make a go of this. Drip going to be set up. Maybe just a pacey hit into B as Asuna will look to lead the way. The ult to make him fearless. Rotate to the corner. As he catches a glimpse of Tex, ends up running out of it. So does get snapped back. Hunter's Fury now going to be called in, and Timotino ends up getting shut down. Right as he goes for that overdrive as well. So not only is it the casualty, it's also the loss of the ult. Big boon here potentially for MIBR, who's still just trying to work their way back in to start getting this defuse going. Post-plant util widely getting dumped. Asuna able to find Ospas, but nothing more. That's the molly now out of the equation. But the spray and pray is still being rewarded by the high heavens. Swap of the gun. He's just sticking to it. The shorty to run him down. Bang! He's interrupted him. He's planted his feet. And he's absolutely outdone him.
It just feels like on Haven every single time it comes down to the wire. It's 100 Thieves who are able to succeed. I mean, they've been succeeding in so many different aspects. It's just reminiscent of Fracture, where they're just better at every twist and turn, no matter what MIBR throws at them.
I mean, Asuna's got the weeb name, but Bang has the plot armor. I don't know how he gets into that position.
I, for one, love Asuna's name.
We don't need to get started on that. Potentially last round here is Timotino! He looks to send them home!
Be right back.
Another 2 opening kills!
Spike planted.
It is all but over. Hey, you have to go for it here as MIBR.LOS. Aspas gets relay bolted.
Inferno able to find one to push forward, the contain in the corner, but Asuna there yet again to try to bail them out. Molly able to be avoided.
Look at Cryo.
Last player standing.
There goes Verno. Mazzino now having to do it all, and he can find nothing but defeat. 13-5, 2-1 in the series. 100 Thieves win out this America's Civil War and send MIBR.LOS home.
This is really impressive stuff from a team that has a couple youngsters that are in the mix. Timotino and Bora step in, and they are playing better and better as the year goes on. And they take down MIBR.LOS, send them out of